Shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushua, Ba'ashim Kakadash, and double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect, and to the speckled bird, and to all the Israelites that look like the heathen nations. To you I say shalom, and I say shalom to all the brothers that are out there on the highways and byways doing the work and pushing and magnifying the word. You know, if you have a bunch of Yahushua trying to wake up the elect of these last days. And I just wanted to make another video. This is an article that I came across, and for all you Jakes, for our people that don't know, newcomers, women and men that see this video or that come across this video, hey, this is for the Israelites, man. The Israelites are you so-called blacks, you so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans. Because that's who the world calls them. But the biblical nationality is being a Hebrew Israelite, But for you Jakes that believe that this is over, the world's going to continue, that's not the case. The scriptures say never trust our enemy, man. You think that they did 2 years of all this stuff with this pandemic and forcing people to get these different, jabs and things of that nature and making you wear a mask, and then they go all of a sudden just pull it back, and then it's just completely over? That don't even make any sense, because just 2 weeks ago, they was telling people to get, three boosters, 5 boosters, and then all of a sudden, people didn't gotta wear masks no more. Well, matter of fact, how they put it was like people that didn't take the jab, they don't have to wear a mask yet. I remember I seen certain articles, people that have got the jab, they don't have to wear a mask, So they didn't say people that was unjabbed. So this thing is not over, man. Our people, they are asleep, But you see what it says? It says, U.S. officials prepare for pandemic's next phase as, that thing, basically it's winding down. But like I said, 2 weeks ago, the cases were, rising up as they say. That's what they were saying. The cases were steadily growing and getting worse and worse. Now all of a sudden they started going down. Well, I know why they have pulled this stuff back, to rock you people back to sleep, because people were starting to wake up and question whether or not they had been tricked and stuff like that. I'll be hearing people's conversations when I'm at, at the plantation and stuff and whatnot, and, people questioning things, man. Just when I'm out and about, I hear people, when I'm talking, not when I'm talking, but like, when people's talking next to me or something, when I'm in a store or something like that, I hear what they be talking about. I be listening. But I don't engage in the conversation, but I'll be listening. Man, that's why the scriptures say, this is in Sirach 12:10, man. Hey, these scriptures is coming out like every day. The scriptures say, never trust an enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so of his wickedness. You see that? So, you ain't supposed to trust this devil, man. Who's the devil, man? It's Esau Edom, the so-called white race. Their biblical nationality is being the Edomites, according to the Bible. That is their biblical nationality. Who you call Caucasians today. White people. Those are the Edomites. Started with the so-called white man and their elites. Those people are the Edomites, man. Those people are the wicked. Those people are the devil as a whole. The whole race, not some of them, not a little bit of them. The whole race. Their spirit is not upright. It doesn't matter if they act like they cool with you. Hey, the Lord said this nation of people is the wicked, man. And they are our enemies. As it is written in Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68, it says, thou should be sold unto thine enemies. I should read that because I ain't right there in the well. But I know what it says. Let me get there in Deuteronomy chapter 28, because this is how you know who the Israelites are, who the chosen people are, who it applies to. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. Because the Israelites are under curses right now. They're in the lowest state. They're not ruling the earth. It says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. And how did we come over here to America? With ships. And Egypt is America. Because we came out of Egypt, physical Egypt, over there in Africa. So This means it's talking about another place spiritually known as Egypt, you know. And what other place did we can't if you go we can't go back into Egypt on ships. We was already in Egypt, so we went across the world to a different country, a whole different land, and that's America. It says, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you." You see that? Did that not happen? Yes, it did. It did happen. We were sold on auction and blocks. We were sold from different plantations, and that's really where the stock market comes from. The first stock market was the transaction and trade of slaves. Our people, man, the Israelites, man. That's how the stock market really got started. Same thing with was it Black Friday? But our people they forgot what happened, man. The scriptures tell us to remember. They don't tell us to forget, forgive and forget. Nope. That's not how the Lord operates. It says Deuteronomy 32:7. It says, "Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee, and thy elders, and they will tell thee." You see that? So, we're supposed to remember and not forget those things that happened to us in the past, because, it's gonna be a recompense for that. But anyways, that's not. I'm off topic a little bit. I'm talking about this. Him saying as the next phase, and I think I seen another article where they're talking about the same thing basically. Yeah, it says they telling you to your face that it's not over, man. They talking about they want to give you a break because we enter the next phase. Yeah, because it's really not over, man. Jake getting rocked back to sleep. That's why I think I named that my last video, man. Don't get rocked back to sleep. But I was saying, a lot of our people, well, not a lot of our people, but a lot of heathens, really, I would say, they're starting to, just question things. They're questioning things. And they saying that stuff don't make sense. I'm not gonna read this article. I'm gonna read a little bit of it, like where it says something about basically things being changed around. I'm gonna read this where it says the CDC expects many of the revised guidelines will be issued in late February or early March, around the same time mask mandates in several states are lifted, she said. You see that? And that's what they're doing now. They lifted these mask mandates, but they gonna clamp right back down, man. They gonna clamp right back down. And you see what it said in this other article. They said they want to give people a break, so you can't trust these devils, man. Let's get this in the book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 21. You can't trust them. It says the words of his heart were smoother. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but wood was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. You see that? Hey, Esau, Edom, man, they really got swords drawn behind their back, man. They're not in it for your best interest, man. Our people think that, Esau, Edom is in it for their best interest, and that's why I brought out that scripture in Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 7. Remember the days of old, and that's our people don't do that. They don't remember the days of old. They don't care about the days of old. Oh, that was the past year. The same mindset as these Edomites, man. That's envying your oppressor. Hey, it's crazy how they tell us to forgive and forget, right? Or when you talk to any random so-called white person or Caucasian person about our history, that they'll say that was the past. They all gonna say that. That's how you know they're the devil, man. Period. That's how you know. I personally have experienced this. So, I know they're not right, man. I'm talking about before it was the truth. I've experienced this, and that's when I realized, something, it just don't make sense, man. But they keep making movies about, us going into slavery, and they keep doing these things, so it's gonna constantly, be, in our heads, or in the back of our heads. Because they always be making movies, Hollywood and stuff like that. They always be making movies about slavery and stuff. So how are we going to, so-called forget it? But, that's off topic too a little bit. But, I'm going to get 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3, then I'll probably close up. These devils, man, they know that they have but a short time. They don't have too much longer. This is 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 3. I'm going to get at verse 1. It says, "But of the times and seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord cometh as a thief in the night." It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief." Right, because we have the light. We have Yahweh Shai. Hey, call Allah Yahweh Shai. I'm looking at 144 right now. It says, "Ye are all the children of the light." And elect, man, they going to have that light, man. Whether you're a part of 144,000 or not, you going to have that light. you going to have that wisdom, knowledge, understanding, man. It says, "Ye are all the children of light and the children of day. We are not of the night." Hey, the night represents wickedness of this world, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep. Let us not go back to sleep, right? Spiritually, let us not take off this garment and, go to bed, It says, "As do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night." Exactly. When something could go down. So, hey, man, we got to keep on our watch, man, regardless of what Esau says, because we know that prophecy has to come to pass, and it's going to come to pass. Whether you like it or believe it or not, it's going to come to pass. That's these devils, that's in a spirit to be what they are and what they're doing, and that's what most of our people, they don't understand, why. Because the Lord made them like that, It's, this is the book of, Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4. It says, I'm going to give verse 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, and it will not tarry." You see that? So all these things, man, the famine that's to come, hey, these different jabs that's continually being pushed, and, these prices and food and gas and utilities rising. What you think that's going to lead to, man? People realizing something is wrong. That's going to lead to insurrections. That's going to lead to chaos. And what is that going to lead to? Esau bringing down that hammer, man. Him coming down with great wrath. Because he knows that he has but a short time. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, and verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them." The heavens are talking about the Israelites, the elect. It says, "Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you, having a great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time." You see that? So, hey, man, I just wanted to do a quick little lesson, man. Hey, again, don't get rocked back to sleep, man, because it says, they still preparing for this next, wave in this pandemic. So clearly it's not over. They're clearly telling you that. But, hey, most jakes, they're not paying attention. They're not measuring the times diligently in itself. They're not doing that. Right? And they don't understand the nature and the behavior of these people, of these so-called white people, man. They don't understand it, but the Lord has given us the understanding, I'm end off on that. Hey, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakidash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, peace and salutations to the elected, to the speckled bird, and to all the Israelites that look like the heathen nations, and to you sisters too. I'll be forgetting to say that, but hey, shalom, wa ba ba ba.